Good day, gentle people. It's your favorite Mr. 42. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna have a look at a flat earther that has not featured on this channel before. Today it is time for Jeranism.
We'll talk about NASA's Vehicle Assembly Building, or VAB, or as I think it stands for, Very Average Building. We have reports that say it's got 45 floors, and there's other reports that say, and still others that say 52. And yet, they claim to be the tallest one-story building in the United States, so can't have them all.
I have searched on Google with a few different keywords, but not once have I seen any report with those claims. The only thing I can imagine is that Jeranism found a comparison to the height of the building. It is about 45 or 52 floors high. And yes, that can vary, as a floor is not a standardized unit of measure. So that was a false claim. Number 1.
I also have that it was composed of 10,000 tons of air conditioning equipment, or contains 10,000 tons of air conditioning. For those math majors, that's 20 million pounds.
That was indeed listed at one point on Wikipedia, and it is completely incorrect, since it has been corrected. The equipment is rated for 10,000 tons of refrigeration, or 120 million BTU per hour.
The interior of the building is so vast, it has its own weather, including rain clouds forming below the ceiling on very humid days. That's what Wikipedia says. Believe that also if you want, or you can believe it gets humid in there and the ceiling drips.
The large doors can allow fog to wall into the building and become trapped, leading to rumors that the building has its own weather system and can form clouds.
So I also just realized that my shower has its own clouds forming at the top, and it'll rain on you occasionally.
That was almost funny.
But I'm sure you've seen this building in many pictures. It's always taken from very high up, or as in the case of this picture, from the cameraman who's laying on the ground. A nice appearance of a super huge building like only NASA could build.
I'm sure loads of organizations could build such a building, but they have no need for it.
So it should be painfully obvious that somebody has a significant size issue, and that somebody is NASA. You'll see here them bringing the Saturn V in. You see the crowd that's gathered to watch.
A crowd gathers to watch the roll-out of Apollo 16 from NASA's Vehicle Assembly Building.
In the next picture we have another crowd gathered to watch, and in the next picture you put them on top of each other and see by the red lines, it's the same people.
Oh dear, it is the same people. It looks like someone reused the original crowd for artist concept of the Comet Heavy Launch Vehicle rolled out from the Vehicle Assembly Building.
So, interesting, and those both came from NASA's website.
Try reading the description next time as well. That might save you some embarrassment.
Here we've got the top of the vertical assembly building, taken from Google Earth from 1,009 feet. And then we've got Yankee Stadium taken from the same height, because I heard a tour guide say, they say you can put Yankee Stadium on top of the building and have it an acre left over. Well, as you can see by marrying those images from the same height on Google Earth, you'd be lucky if you could fit the playing field on top of the building.
The playing field is with its 124 meter length about 56% of the building's depth. Your scaling is way off. If you need to lie to make your argument, you don't really have one, do you? Gotta lie to flirt.
Here's another view from the road where it looks very unimpressive. I'm unimpressed.
That's the feeling I have from your arguments.
So let's get to some of the numbers. So if, and I stress if, this door is 13 feet 8 inches, which I'm 6'2", so it means I can fit in that door twice with another foot to spare. Then we figured out that each of these panels would be 1.5 feet, 1 foot 6 inches. 9 of those panels would be 13 feet 6 inches, and then you'll see at the top there with the little blue line going out, there's your extra 2. So from that we now know what each of these panels is in total size, which is 12 feet.
Am I the only one who's getting confused between...
Each of these panels would be 1.5 feet.
And...
Each of these panels is in total size, which is 12 feet.
It's some creative mathematics there.
As we look higher on the building, we can see that for every 3 of those smaller panels, it equals 2 of the larger white panels. So from that we know that 2 of those panels is 36 feet, or in half 18 feet each.
Are you seriously using a post-temp size image to compare panel size, which you failed to measure earlier? These panels could be the same size as these panels. But these are certainly different and these are not even visible. I'm gonna skip the whole size comparison since nothing is really measured.
Next, we're blessed with more fake space. I put the balloons there because that's what it looks like to me when these rockets take off. There it goes, look at it speed away.
SPC-5
Floating
payload with the
high
Atlas V launch vehicle
our helium
for the United
rockets.
States Air Force.
Moving nowhere but the ocean out of your view. Let's watch that take off again, and I want you to pay attention to the right side of the screen. There's
Now
a
here's
little
the
tiny
voice of
tunnel
Rob Gannon providing
that you'll see
vehicle ascent to
where a majority of your smoke comes out.
You talk during a loud part of your footage. Nobody could understand a word. That's another fail.
See that here? Watch my yellow marker. There's your smoke blower.
No, there is a trench.
And the rocket takes off.
SPC-5 payload with the Atlas V launch vehicle for the United States Air Force.
Here you see the straps come off. Gotta hold that helium down.
What are you talking about? That's not even on the load.
Now here I want you to watch the left side of the screen. Watch as this rocket takes off. Watch this smoke come out of nowhere. Left side of the screen. Here goes the rocket. Breaks free. Now watch the left side. What is all of that?
Same answer as before.
2 minutes, 10 seconds and counting. The target for the Apollo 11 astronauts, the moon at liftoff, will be at a distance of 218,096 miles away. We've just passed the 2-minute mark in the countdown. T-minus 1 minute, 54 seconds and counting. Our status board indicates that the oxidizer tanks in the second and third stages now have pressurized. We continue to build up pressure in all 3 stages here at the last minute to prepare it for liftoff.
I really can't wait to hear what excuses NASA fanboys will have for why the moon's distance was given as 218,096 miles.
You got it, mate.
That's not a slip of the tongue. It's even said later. It's not a mistake. They thought the moon was 218,000. So what is your excuse? How did they get to the moon on Apollo 10? Apollo 8? How did they orbit the moon and come back and still have the moon as being 20,000 miles short? How did they get there? How did they plan to have enough fuel?
It's very simple, and you failed to consider this. 218,096 nautical miles equals 250,980 miles. And there you go, that's your answer.
So let's move on to Mars. We'll see if anyone's been studying very deep. Did you know that if you take the word Mars, flip the M, drop the tail down, and then add the letter E, spells farce? So, I mean, they're putting everything right in front of us, guys. You're not seeing these things.
Did you know that if you take the name Jeranism and you shuffle the letters a bit, drop a few and change a few, you get the word idiot?
There's nothing on Mars, and I'm about to show you some pictures that, well, prove that. Here's a picture of Curiosity's tire tracks, which are a joke to say the least. I don't know how they let this stuff out.
Wait, that's your argument? Oh dear.
Go to a site called gigapan.com and search for Mars images, and you'll get images like this that clearly show mud piles. You see in the middle of the screen there, that's a mud pile with water.
No bitch, that's your mama.
You'll see here they just completely put one image in front of another and then did a terrible job of blurring the two together. See even closer in this next. And we just keep letting them get away with it.
You have no idea what you're looking at, do you?
Playing games, spending money, giving us shitty images. Here's a picture of the moon. We all recognize that. And we recognize the little butt there, the Tycho Brahe crater.
No, absolutely not. I'm not gonna do this. I've had enough stupidity for today. So this is the end. Hit that like button and I see you all later. Thanks you very much for watching. This has been Mr. 482 out. Don't panic.